ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। बुद्धि रूप गुहा के अंदर ब्रह्म है। दिस इज नॉट द प्रोक्लेमेशन ऑफ भगवान शंकराचार्य जी अलोन। दिस इज द उपनिषदिक डिक्लेरेशन। बुद्धौ गुहायाम सद असद विलक्षणम ब्रह्म अस्ति। हाउ इज दैट Brahman? That Brahman is Satyam. That Brahman is Param. That Brahman is Advityam. ये उपनिषद की एक दीप्त दृप्त बलिष्ठ घोषणा है। दिस इज नॉट इंट्यूशन। ये कोई अनुमान नहीं। परम सत्य जो हम सबको अनुभव करना पड़ेगा। ये अनुभव के लिए ही साधना, ये अनुभव के लिए ही ये मनुष्य शरीर बुद्धि गुहा के अंदर ब्रह्म की उपस्थिति, उसका अनुभव। गुहा शब्द क्यों यूज किया है? उनका दो अर्थ है। एक तो गुहा मतलब फिजिकल केव। आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव एवर एंटर्ड इनटू एनी केव। इफ you go or enter into any cave which is really deep cave, like if anyone, just popular cave I'm talking about, if you go to Rishikesh, there is one cave that is called Vashishta cave. Whenever you will enter into any cave, it is away from all external sounds and everything. गुहा के अंदर आप जब प्रवेश करेंगे, उसमें बाहर की शब्द नहीं आते। That is the beauty of the guha. That is why in earlier days also, all the sages, मुनि ऋषियों लोग गुहा को पसंद करते थे, क्योंकि गुहा के अंदर जो प्रवेश करते हैं उनके पास बाहर की शब्द नहीं आता। जगत की जो कोलाहल, जगत की जो अशांतता, that doesn't come. Everything is tranquil over there. सब कुछ शांत है, कोई शब्द नहीं। हमारा बुद्धि भी ऐसा ही है। ये इंद्रिय ग्राह्य जगत को छोड़कर whenever you enter into the cave of the intellect, there is no samsar. I expect all of you, all of us should try to do that right now. How to enter into the cave of the intellect using the Vedantic teachings that this is not the body, this is not me. This congregation of all the parts are not me. There is mind, but I am not the mind. Behind the mind there is buddhi. I am not that buddhi. I am entering into the cave of that buddhi, where there is no sound, no light, no taste, no touching, no smell. It's absolute tranquil. Whenever you will be able to enter into the cave of that intellect, that is called Brahma Jnanam. Brahman is beyond the Sthula and Sukshma. कार्य कारण की बाहर है. It's beyond cause and effect. That is called Sad Asad Vilakshanam. This Brahman is Sat Swarup. This is existence alone. This is Param. This is the highest. This is Advityam. This is one without a second. That is Brahman. And that Brahman alone is truth. Slowly, slowly try to enter into that cave of intellect. You are that Satyam. You are that Advityam. You are that Param. You are that Sadasad Vilakshanam. You are that Samsara Sunyam. You are that Sharira Rahityam. There is nothing else. जो बुद्धि गुहा में प्रवेश करते हैं उनका क्या होता है? जो इस ब्रह्म गुहा में प्रवेश करते हैं और ब्रह्म के रूप में स्थित हो जाते हैं, वो तो ब्रह्म ही है. उनका पुनर्जन्म नहीं होता. तदात्मना यह अत्र वसेत गुहायाम. पुनर्न तस्यांग गुहा प्रवेशः. चिर मुक्त हो जाते हैं. बुद्धि गुहा मतलब हृदय गुहा. अंगुष्ठ मात्र पुरुषः. In Upanishad, in Bhagavad Gita, it is there. ये गुहा अंधेरा नहीं, शुद्ध चैतन्य की उजाला में भरपूर है. तस्यांग गुहा. अंग गुहा मीन्स माँ की जठर, मातृ जठर भी गुहा की शब्द से बताया गया है. मतलब जिन्होंने हृदय गुहा में प्रवेश किए हैं और उसमें स्थित हो गया, वो मातृ गुहा में प्रवेश नहीं करते। मातृ जठर में, मातृ गुहा में जो एक बार प्रवेश करते हैं, इसका मतलब अविद्या की शिकार बन गया, अंधकार की शिकार बन गया, भ्रांति का शिकार बन गया। उसके फल फिर से उनको संसार में प्रवेश करना पड़ेगा, फिर से जन्म लेना पड़ेगा। लेकिन जो लोग हृदय गुहा में, बुद्धि गुहा में प्रवेश करके ब्रह्म विद्या को अर्जन किया, उनको फिर से जन्म लेने का जरूरत नहीं। वो व्यक्ति ही मुक्त हो जाते हैं। हमारे वासना ही वारंवार जन्म लेने के लिए हम लोगों को पुश करते हैं, इंस्टिकेट करते हैं। मन जब संपूर्ण रूप से वासना मुक्त हो जाता है, तब पुनर्जन्म नहीं होता। वासना मतलब एकांत आत्म अज्ञानता, टोटल इग्नोरेंस, or any sorts of ignorance about our own self, about Atma, about the Jagat, about Brahman. Whenever we don't know ourselves, whenever we don't know the whole universe, whenever we don't know the connection between me and the Jagat, that is the root cause of any vasana. वासना रूपी बीज से ये बारंबार आना और जाना, ये अज्ञानता, ये इग्नोरेंस, ये वासना की बीज जब संपूर्ण रूप में जल जाते हैं, whenever it is totally burnt out with the fire of knowledge, then the new shoot of samsara, new sprout of samsara never comes out. Like the bharjita vija, if you roast any seed, from there new sprout can't come. Likewise, this human life also. In this very life, if you attain that Brahma Jnanam, that is Jivana Mukti. And that is possible in this very life. Don't think after death something will happen. Nothing will happen. If you don't work on it in this very life, you have to come back again. Because Brahma Jnanam is possible only in this very earth, not in the heaven. And who is having a lot of extreme amount of punyam, जो पूरा जिंदगी में कभी कुछ भी पाप नहीं किया, जिनका शरीर, मन, वाक्य, चिंतन सब पुण्य से भरा हुआ है। सिर्फ वही व्यक्ति बहुत बहुत साल के बाद ब्रह्मलोक में जाकर ब्रह्म विद्या अर्जन करते, एंड दैट्स नॉट एन इजी टास्क। देवता को भी दुर्लभ वस्तु है। द इजीएस्ट टास्क, realize Brahman in this very earth, in this very human life. वेदांत की मत है, जीवन मुक्ति is the highest state of evolution of human being. Liberated one in this very life is the highest step of evolution in this human life. इस धाप में पहुंचना ही मानव जीवन की उद्देश्य है, लेकिन इसके लिए संग्राम की जरूरत है। विदाउट द रिवॉल्यूशन दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ इवोल्यूशन डजंट कम। Constant revolution with your own mind helps you for this kind of evolution. You need to earn your adequate energy to enter into the Buddhi Guha. And for that you need Vivek and Vairagya, जो इस विवेक चूड़ामणि ग्रंथ में है। विवेक मतलब विचार, विचार और अनासक्ति की जो ग्लोरी, it's not possible to express through 100 mouths itself. लेकिन ये सबसे आसान वस्तु है, ये उपनिषद की कहना है। The easiest thing in this world to reach into the door of liberation. What is needed? Just shift your vision towards the creation. सिर्फ सृष्टि में दृष्टि को बदल कर दो। You have reached in the door of mukti, liberation. संसार में रहना दोष की बात नहीं। संसार छोड़ के जाओगे कहाँ? ये आश्रम भी एक संसार है, ये पूरा जगत भी एक संसार है। लेकिन अपने अंदर से मैं संसारी हूं, ये भाव को हटाना पड़ेगा संसार में रहते हुए। इस जगत में हम लोगों को रहना पड़ेगा, लेकिन सावधान, ये जगत को अलाउ मत करो अपने अंदर वास करने के लिए, रहने के लिए। तब तो सब कुछ सर्वनाश की तरह जाएगा। पानी में नाव रहेगा, then only we can cross the ocean. If water enters into the boat, that is the danger. नाव थोड़ा सा भी आगे नहीं जाता अगर उसके अंदर पानी भर गया तो, और डूब जाते हैं। ऐसे ही जब हमारे अंदर संसार की प्रवेश होता है, तब हम लोग संसारी बन के बद्ध हो जाता हूं, संसार में डूब जाता हूं। लक्ष्य में पहुंचना संभव नहीं होता, लेकिन अगर मन को जागतिकता, संसारी भावना से मुक्त कर सकते हैं, then we will be always merged in Brahman, in total peace, in total tranquility, in Anandam, Anandam. Realize that you are that Brahman. तत्वमसि वाक्यों को अपना वाक्य बना लीजिए. That is called aparavoksha anubhuti, the direct realization. And Upanishad is telling that it is the most easiest task in human being. You can do that. Just believe in the scripture and in your Guru. Through Guru Vakya. Guru Vakya is like the torch in the narrow pathway which is apparently dark. Just take the torch of Guru Vakya and easily reach into the cave of your intellect. तत्वमसि महावाक्य ये पूरा के पूरा जगत के लिए सर्वश्रेष्ठ आशीर्वाद है. वेदांत की द हाईएस्ट प्रोक्लेमेशन, तत्वमसि, दैट thou art. ये सत्य सबके लिए. Everyone has to realize that truth. This is not for the class. This Vakya is for mass. Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. For that realization, you no need to beg to someone else. You no need to do any mortgage, any loan, or anything else. It is with you. You are that Brahman. Your own intrinsic nature is Brahman. You no need to go anywhere else to acquire that knowledge. You no need to go anywhere else for begging that give me Brahma Jnanam. You are that Brahman. The only requirement is you have to be conscious about it. You have to be aware about this. Should remember that we are not the very little one confined with that congregation of body, mind, and intellect. I am eternal. I am infinity. मैं अनंत हूँ, मैं असीम हूँ. I am that eternal existence. Tat Tvam Asi. These three words have inspired many scientists also. Not only the philosopher, but also a lot of Western scientists are inspired by this set of three words. जब any scientist understood their failure of searching the truth in that inert world, then they started looking inward. Like Erwin Schrödinger, German philosopher, he directly has used this particular phrase called Tattvamasi. And another was molecular scientist. He also used this direct phrase Tattvamasi. That is B.S. Halden, famous scientist. Schrödinger has written directly that the concept of Tattvamasi, that is the eternal concept of Upanishad, that is the eternal concept, eternal truth, that unity of one and the many. One video I got, what a wonderful video, that the very powerful microscope started entering through your eyeball. Then slowly veins, blood cells, and entering. What is there? And the highest telescope, and they started going out 100 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers, billions of kilometers, trillions of kilometers. The same condition. It means the microcosm and the macrocosm both are one and only and the same. That is the meaning of Tattvamasi. This is the gist of the pure intellect of our Indian sages. From their childhood of their sadhana, साधना की शैशव से ही उनका एक ही कर्म, व्हाट इज लाइफ, टू नो. Even Schrodinger also wrote that book, What is Life? And Mind and Matter. In that book, page number 77, he started discussion about Tattvamasi. Haldane was a scientist, British scientist. In his last life, means end of the life, last stage of the life, he used to stay at Puri, Bhubaneswar, like that in that places. He was a molecular scientist. Unity and diversity of life. It is his famous book. Here he mentioned that his friend or guru arranged in his laboratory in the walls. He kept in the four walls Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. Yesterday, someone else showed me a video. One famous Grammy awarded guitarist, in his room, there is guitar and the picture of Mother Saraswati. And that Western guitarist, as if he is meditating, and absolutely Western is playing. So that is the beauty of the truth. All the division between Eastern and Western, where ends, that is you alone. That is your intrinsic nature. When all sorts of conflicts, all sorts of divisions just gets ended up, that is you. You are Ananda Swarup. You have no dukkham. You have no anxiety, no depression. You have no problem at all. It's all creation of your mind. You alone are Jivan Mukta. Please try to realize that. Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Harihi Om.